Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Fallout 76. Well, it's spooky time, right? Haunted house, new themed items from the Atomic Shop, that's good. October's bonus item for Fallout First members. This is the old shack, right? It looks a lot like the one that you go into for, what is that? The hunt, Queen of the Hunt or something like that. Right, to turn in the sample of the cryptid. Looks like it to me. Then of course we know about the Fallout Worlds update highlights. Let's check out the Atomic Shop. One thing I noticed, I got here just in time. The cat topiary. For free. Another trail firework, sure. I'll take it. I have too many already. And I always forget to launch them off. Haunted house bundle, what have you got? I can't buy it anyways, but that's fine. There's all the parts, I guess. It's very cool, actually. I like the wallpaper is probably my favorite. Is that included? Yeah, red flower. I'm looking for wallpaper. Haunted house wallpaper, okay. Sinister mansion wallpaper as well. Ooh. Eerie roses wallpaper. That was probably this one at the front. I like that. And then, yeah, curtains. Got bats on there. Rose ones. Amazing. This fence. Oh, no. Yeah. Well worth it. Well worth it. That's a lot of good stuff in there. I like that. Yeah, I'd be happy even with just the wallpapers, but seeing how the bundle is valued at $1,800, this is almost half that just for the one item. It's crazy. Rusty chain link. It's too good. Spooky Halloween turret pack wasn't included, it didn't look like. That's crazy. Home defense. Oh yeah. I'm still tempted to get this. It's so cool. I like it so much. Greatest hits. Vault Boy vampire cutout. Tempting. I have the Wraith Scarecrow. So that's not quite so tempting to me. Spooky doorbell. I don't think I saw anybody use that. Trick candy bowl too. I think I saw that in a couple people's places. The feral ghoul one just seems like a great idea. You know, if it was really post-apocalypse, would you dress up like a zombie to go chase people around? I would. I'd probably get shot for it too. Probably. This is only like the third week in a row that I've only done challenges one day during the week. I feel terrible. I'm way far behind again on the scoreboard. I just don't have time. Or I don't make time, is the problem. I've been staying up too late, so I can't do my dailies at night. And then when I get up, I don't feel like doing my dailies then, so I don't do them. And so now I've only done dailies like 3 days. That's all. Maybe 4. It's sad. I don't think I've ever tried to get into those monorail cars right there. I don't think this is the abandoned bog town. This is... well, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Just the other side of it from the workshop. This is like over where the Enclave event happens. What? Camp could not be placed? I'm not living here if my camp can't be placed. I'm serious. I like my camp being here. I need to set up a second camp location with all the amenities. Main menu, yeah. I'm sure that would be easier than just trying to swap out servers, for sure. Just build in another location. It would be a shame, though, if I couldn't place either of my camps, and then I would definitely have to swap. And then what? Then I would still be swapping servers, okay? It would not be exciting. This guy's name was Obama, by the way, so I had to take a picture of him. It's a shame that it didn't show his nameplate above his head, but that's who he was. During Fastnacht, obviously. That's why there's a robot on the stage back there. It's hard to tell, but that's what it is. It's probably totally not somebody in Power Armor playing one of the instruments during that bot's deal that it has to do. Guided meditation is up. We should go do that right now, actually. Am I encumbered? No. We're okay. Let's go do that for XP right now. And then we'll come back and we'll sleep so that we get extra XP. And then we'll go do daily ops. Hopefully. Hopefully we can either join a team that's ready to go or start a team and folk join up. I didn't see what kind of daily op it was either. I was just looking at guided meditation. It's such a good XP event. I hate passing it up if I have the chance to do it. Okay. No one's even lit the brazier? How much time do we have? 2 minutes. Okay, plenty of time. So let's check effects first. Come on, I said effects. Cranberry relish for a half hour, good. I've already got Zen Mastery for 18 minutes, but we'll get it again. Healing Factor Serum is still active for a little while. Yeah. Yeah. Health regen at 300%, and then increased health regen from Zen Mastery. We'll be healing like crazy. It'll be great. Marsupial Speed Demon. Adrenal Reaction. Okay. Good. Good. Where's the next tab? I need to learn to use the keys. Because it's kind of easier. Do we have any good things? Yeah, lunchbox. We'll pop one. Then we'll pop the other one whenever we go into the daily op. We could do with some food too. Food, drink. Sorry, I meant water, but it's fine. Beer, Instamash, probably gonna super fill us. We don't need that. Alright, let's do it.
Pleasant greetings.
Okay, thanks.
Please gather at the Tranquility Sanctum for today's guided meditation, taking you on a spiritual journey toward transcendence. We will begin shortly. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings. And remember, your generous enrollment donations make this spiritual journey possible. Are you ready? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale, 2, 3. Hold, 2, 3.
Go on, please. Finally.
Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Good.
Okay.
And repeat.
How's the side one doing? It's not being hit yet?
Let the spiritual incense fill your lungs. Imagine your path to enlightenment as 3 transcendent pillars rising toward the sky.
Wow. I feel like they
Now,
nerfed the accuracy of this thing.
imagine orbs of sublime energy around you. Reach out and gather them. Bring them to your pillars. This is how we will attain transcendence. As you build your pillars of transcendence, you may find yourself surrounded by discordant forces that seek to hit Admonish them using whatever positive affirmations you wish, and do not let them tear down your pillars. You are strong. You can overcome this and any other negativity. Sometimes the discordant forces prove to be too difficult to keep out.
Oh no. They did the interior. How? How'd they get past me? I won't. Get out of here. Wow, game. That was insane. Open. Thanks. Alright.
Imagine you are floating along
Oh, why am I
in a
stuck?
cloud of pure emotional bliss.
Infuriated.
If the cloud is mauve
Emotional
colored,
bliss.
chant
I'm infuriated.
a calming phrase until it is not.
This other guy's trying to steal all the XP, and I'm trying to save the world. What? They come for us again? Okay. Oh, wow. I know I saw a legendary
Align
over
your
there.
spiritual aura with the pillars of transcendence. Draw in energy from the outside. Attune it to your spirit and pass it through.
Come on, get over there. Wasting my time. Okay, got 3 minutes.
Empty your mind of all of your troubles. Leave them behind you as you ascend to your new spiritual existence.
No, they're gonna get it. Okay, killed them. Now both of the outside ones need repaired, so they're going to be coming inside.
Into your body. You can feel it flow into your arms, into your legs.
Got 2 minutes. I'm
into
gonna
your
repair it.
fingers
Come
and
on, game.
toes.
That's one of the reasons why I haven't been playing very
This
often.
sensation brings
This lag
with it
is
a
just
wave
absolutely
of
absurd,
tranquility
and I hate it.
and deep relaxation.
Don't shoot at me. Do I look like a ghoul to you? Dead. Where are the rest of them? There's usually a few hiding over on this side. No, they're all running across the bridge where he's at. They're probably in the side meditation hub and he doesn't even know.
After you transcend, it is completely normal to feel a need to abandon your
They're attacking the bridge too
material
again.
wealth. Seek if you wish for help with that.
Got him. The bridge is down. Again. Come on. I hit those guys. I Gotta follow them and see how they get in there. I think I've been up there before, but... Oh, hi. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. And now another man is killing me because the game can't function properly. There we go. It's probably my computer. I'll be honest. It's probably my computer. Side one is almost dead again. The bridge is going down.
To the soothing sound of my voice.
Did this new person kill all of the ones coming up here? It looks like it.
You.
I think they went and killed the side attackers too. Wow. I'm not hitting nearly as often as I used to. No one going to repair the side one? I don't think they did. I wanted to have all of them repaired for when it ended, but it's not happening. The interior is being attacked now, too. Yeah, not gonna happen. Oh well. We had 3 or 4. That's fine. Assassin's Hellcat left arm. Fine. Come at me, bros. Amazing. We did it. I don't even know why I'm looking at these fools. There's nothing that I need from them. Even the bobby pins, like, I'm sure I still have over 1,000. Take that just for now. Yeah, we'll go rest and get the bonus for sleeping. Yeah, I didn't get XP for any of these guys. We still got a decent amount of XP. I shouldn't complain about it. And there could be a industrial grade, yeah. Solvent, yes. We'll take the solvent because I used a bunch of antiseptic to make serums last time, I think. Oh yeah. I always like getting the drug one. There's always at least one ghoul in this bunch that has a load of drugs on them. Sometimes there's 2. Those are the ones you know were partying when it all went down. Whoa. Oh, the toothpaste is antiseptic as well. Need to remember. The pencil is almost worth grabbing at this point too because of the lead need. That and steel. Alright. Let's head back home. Get us a sleep. Check on our dailies. Let's see what we need to be doing. And weeklies. I say it every time. I've said it the past 3 weeks. I need to pay closer attention to that. And I need to be able to get on here a little bit more often to complete dailies and weeklies. Because I really do have a lot of stuff on this scoreboard that I would like to get. I'm not sure that it's going to happen now, but because I don't ever keep up with when the seasons are going to end, so I'm not sure how long I have. And it always costs more as you go, right? Collect that, see if I've got any Nuka-Cola in here. There's a cranberry too, but I think we'll pass on that for now. Thanks. How's it going, child? How are you? Oh, you can customize her? I didn't think you could because she kind of changes clothes.
Snacks make me sleepy.
Oh, yeah. Hero business? Need of your services. Does she have quests that she can give us? See what you got for sale.
I got a lot of neat stuff.
Okay. Not sure if I believe you, but let's see.
I hear it's never too late to start saving. Lucky for me, I've got a few loose teeth.
Oh, good. Tell your mom. She's selling magazines for 880 a piece? You realize I sell these for 69, right? 69. And I've had people complain about my prices, I swear. Jeez. Nuka-Cola
I
for
like bubble
22, though. I'll buy those even without my bonuses. Alright,
If it gets
what are the other
really hot,
ones?
we could
What?
have a water balloon fight.
Okay.
But I don't throw so good.
Well, practice. Practice is good for you.
Okay. What do you need?
What can you help me with?
I can wish you good luck.
You don't have any quests? Okay.
Alright.
My luck increased by 2? I see. Okay. Let's see. More about you.
Okie-dokie.
I think
What do
we
you
asked her
wanna
all
know?
of the questions, though, before. Do you have any parents?
I guess so. I think most kids have a mommy, a daddy, one teddy bear, and one imaginary friend. Franklin
Probably.
I lost, running in the woods. He was my bear. I don't know about the rest.
Can I bring her a teddy bear? I have a bunch of teddy bears in my stash. Maybe I could help you look for them. Don't want to talk about it, it's fine. You could have 2 mommies or daddies. Parents are dead. So is the bear, and your imaginary friend too. Jeez, okay. I can help you look for them.
You could, but it might be too hard, even for you. But
Hey,
I solve hope.
I'm special.
The inspector will solve the case.
Okay.
She can do anything.
Good job. Good. Glad to hear about that. Is that why you became the inspector? What's the last thing you remember about him?
Nothing really. I just woke up one day with a headache and I was alone. There was a backpack next to me. It looked like it belonged to a grown-up. Inside was a magnifying glass, some food, and the Unstoppable Shindig board game. I think whoever it belonged to, we used to play together.
Okay. Has the inspector found any leads? I'm not going to
yet,
accuse her
but
of being
that
the
doesn't mean they aren't out
inspector
there.
yet.
We
But
just need to look in the right
I think that
place
she
and
already
cast the
told
right
me. But
spell.
come on, let's play along. I hope we all find them then.
Me too. Hopefully someday soon.
Good. How'd you survive on your own?
Do you mean Sherman? He's a friend. Also, he's imaginary.
There you go. How'd Sherman help you out? Can you introduce me to Sherman one day?
We actually parted ways a long time ago. I kind of
no.
needed to, for me. I thought it was best to connect with real people, like yourself. So, that's why I'm here.
Ah, very mature of you. Very good. Let's see. Consider you a friend as well. I'm more of a parental figure than a friend. We aren't what you think we are. Stop projecting your history on me. Thanks.
Thanks.
Let's be nice.
You know,
Be
we
nice to
make a
children,
Great
people.
unstoppable. With
Be
you on
nice.
our side, nothing can stop us.
That's right.
I know the name already says that, but we be extra
My character
super
in
duper
game is
unstoppable
basically
with
like the
sugar on
Punisher,
top.
though. I'm just gonna shoot him.
But thanks. I guess what I'm saying is, it means a lot to have you as family.
Okay. Well, you're welcome. Let's go back. Hero business.
I'm just regular old Daphne. But alright.
Have you ever thought of exploring a school? Books and knowledge.
Sometimes. To be honest, there's a lot of pressure to be as smart as the inspector.
Hey,
Like the other day, I read something
keep your
about
mind
the
sharp.
inspector being intrepid? Pepper? And I wasn't sure what it meant.
Okay. Intrepid means brave. I know that one.
Sounds about right. The inspector is super brave.
That's
I
right.
really appreciate you helping me learn new stuff.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Because at the end of the day, I don't want to disappoint the inspector or myself.
Okay. Well, don't then. Have you heard of the Order of Mysteries?
Maybe? That might be a question for the inspector.
Aha. Okay. That's all.
Okie dokie.
So she doesn't have any daily quests, which is a bit disturbing.
Alright.
Because I like daily quests, and I know that some of the other allies do have daily quests. I think the Raider Punk, the girl from the Foundation, or not, the Settler, and there's one other one I can't remember right now. Maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Man, this armor is cool. It's very morbid for me, but it works for October. We've already done 3 daily challenges, and I haven't even looked at the list yet. That's incredible. I guess somebody came and bought something, too. I didn't even notice. Drink 5 colas. Complete a daily op. Collect caps. Easy. Level up. Collect caps. Complete daily ops. Complete events. Harvest wild plant or fungi. Good. Kill a legendary enemy 10 times. Level up 3 times. Repeatable under rank 100. Gain XP. Okay. Every 10,000 XP, 100 score. Visit my shelter. I figured that was one for some reason. A kindred spirit? Really? I didn't know that would pop up for the kid. She's brand new. She just got here. Okay. We'll pop in here and then we'll get a team going. Oh, it's full already though. We did it. We've hit rank 27. I can't believe that. I'm not even a quarter of the way through and it's been going for 3 weeks. Oh, I feel like I should be at least halfway through. At least. I'm gonna have to keep my ears out for every double score event that happens. Double score weekend. Stuff like that. Maybe even double XP weekend, since you get XP, or I mean you get score for every certain level of XP that you get. 10,000. Wow. Thrash and Mash wasted no time. Is this him? This is him. Okay. Let's go then. Big guy. Got a bunch of legendary armors that I need to sell. Let's see. You know what I never did try? Was selling those kinds of things to my companions. I bet I could sell a bunch of this stuff to the little girl. I didn't see how much money she had. I just saw the Nuka-Colas and I was like, yep, fine. Speaking of which, though, let's see. I am a little thirsty. Nuka Cherry. Okay. What is the daily op? An uplink? We can do that. We can do that with 2 people. Uncanny Caverns, it's a big area. But we should be able to do it. Can only be killed by a melee. Greatly enhanced perception. At least it's not armor piercing. Let's join this up. Let's do this. We'll see if they pop in. We'll pop a lunchbox and then we'll go from there. Oh, I should have refilled my water jug before I got started. Let's see if he pops in or not. It kind of surprised me if it takes him very long, because a level 500 should be confident in this one. We could at least get initiate. Where's he at? He was at my base. I don't know where he's at now. Here he is. He's at his own base. Okay. I'm gonna assume he's just having to dump things off, or he's getting buffs or something right quick. Dude, 1 Nuka-Cola. I have 1 more cherry on me, and there's 1 cherry and some orange in the container. I need to make sure that that's locked. I feel like it's bugged, and I feel like people are stealing my colas. Because I feel like there should be a lot more in there than there are. Oh, of course he left the team. Of course he did. I feel like this area is too big to do on my own. Let's pop over here to Radiation Rumble. We'll do this one and we'll wait for people to join up. Because we have to do events for XP and for the weekly. No, this is the big one too. This is the good one. Oh yeah, we get the Mentats. Stim pack. 50 cal,
Be careful out
gunpowder.
there. A Rad-X a day keeps the ghouls away.
I'll take some more rat away, sure.
Wish.
I'm gonna need it in a minute. What's that? Disease cure. Yeah. Those usually sell pretty good. Auto unlock for Tato. I can
Hazmat suits
have
don't
those
grow on
anytime.
trees. Took forever to collect all these.
Come on. Just rubber suits. The heck? They're just suits made of rubber. The heck do you mean they don't lay around? They're everywhere. Oh, that fusion core actually has quite a bit in it. I'll trade out. I've only got 17.
Hey, a penny. Copper's always handy.
Thanks.
What's the going rate on Wonder Glue in Appalachia?
I did see a recipe there. Road leathers that I didn't know. Incredible.
Person's junk is another's gold.
It's so rare anymore for me to find
Scavenge
recipes
with
just
the
laying
best.
around that I don't
Starve
know.
with the rest.
Astoundingly Awesome Tales 4. I almost overlooked this one. Incredible. Yeah. When you get here first, find a lot of good things. Regular mintats. I need to be careful how much gunpowder I pick up because it's actually very heavy. I've had so much of it before that it was what was encumbering me at one point. Stop irradiating me. Nope, no box. Yeah. What's in here? Psycho. Yes, I am. Thank you. 38. Okay. Okay. Totally rad, right? Get it because there's radiation everywhere? Haha. Comedy genius. So what, 3 of us here only right now? I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I figured there would be a lot more folk here. How much ammo do I have for my gun right now? And what's its durability at? Yeah. Let's go ahead and give it a repair. Improve. 3,000. 3,000 bullets. Let's swap over to the Tesla rifle, because I'm going to be doing deep dives for uranium. I almost said Iranians for some reason. I don't do that, okay? They're wonderful people. I can't deep dive for them. So yeah, I'll just try to get a tick on some ghouls as I go by, rather than be up here trying to kill everything. I really did figure a lot more people would be here. We'll have the lunchbox ready. Who is that hopping around? Oh, there are more people here now. He's wearing a hazmat suit? What the heck? He must have perks that give him armor without power armor on or something. Or make him super fast when he doesn't have armor on or something. Let's pop it now. Is that a prototype hazmat suit or just that the regular one? Somebody's throwing grenades. There we go. got 3 public team leaders down here. Yeah, let's see that. Amazing. Oh yeah, here comes another one. So there's 5 of us so far. Yuzu Yamai, join the team. Oh, and they're here. Level 25. They're here. They know I'm a daily ops team and not a events team, right? They're in a hazmat suit too, huh? All these non-power armor ones, users. I like how many people just have the that salute. It's so good. 3 minutes. Ah, yeah. Here comes another one. Oh no, that's Rob 1508. He was here already. I need to buy some of those dances. There he goes. I haven't bought any of the fancy emotes. Can't believe Minerva is gone. I can't believe it. Blows my mind. I was sure I would be able to speak to her, buy some stuff that I missed out on the scoreboards. But no. But no. I failed. I waited too long, as always. I procrastinated myself to death. To a hole
Okay,
of despair.
everyone. Today, we're going to be recovering ore to decon. I need some of you in those tunnels gathering goods, and some up here guarding the stash.
Red shield.
Don't expect a reward if my people go down. Their survival is a priority. And don't forget, fools don't like us messing around. So gather as much as possible before they overwhelm us. Let's go.
2, 1, go. Go lift this time. We got it. Wasting my time. What's in here? Nothing. Got it. Feels weird going left. Feels like we got through faster though. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop a rat away as we enter here. Yeah, right definitely feels more natural. Oh yeah, my health regen is insane right now. Holy jeez. I didn't even pop a health pack. What are they called? Sim pack. Just zoomed up. That's fantastic. Hello? Oh yeah, there's one more. Scavenger has died already? Yeah, there's nobody in here. think I'm getting pelted from behind. Oh no. Okay, we gotta switch. We're gonna lose. X. He's dead. He died though. Okay. Oh, no, not the crickets. The legendary as well. Okay. Gonna reload. Oh no, come on. Die. Okay. I'm going for some more. Left again. Oh no. It's lagging. It's trying to spawn more baddies. In preparation for this, I really probably ought to put Radaway on my hotbar. In my hotkeys, I mean. That was it for this one. I really could do with having that. Okay. Ow! Oh, yeah, legendary death ball. He got froze. Now he's dead. Okay, we're healing a little bit. Let's get in here. The rest of these. The worker is still alive. I think there was one down either of these hallways. I feel like I missed one on the way in on the left there, though. Yeah, up here. Got him. Okay, maybe I didn't. Two over here, though. Alright. Wow. The lag is horrific. Is that not one? I guess that lantern had me thrown off or something. Metal worker is almost dead. We're at 3 of 4. Nice. Done. Yes. Good XP there. Okay. I feel like we've got reinforcements. I feel like there's a lot more people here than there were. Oh, come on. Somebody come over here. Go. Oh no. And I need Radaway pretty badly. Wow. I could not hit him at any range. Okay, we've only got the one tech now. Looks somebody else could get the final bit of uranium we need. Really help. More decon. I could do with even another rat away right now. Yeah, I guess they're all coming in from this side. No? Yes? Oh, I sold 500 rounds of 5.56.
Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, we're right at the cusp of 3 or 4. Why are all these guys frozen? There's 2 more down there. Yuzu. I got faith in you. Oh yeah, we almost leveled up now. Still doing all right on this side. You keep shooting me. Kind of dancing around with that guy. One minute to go. We just need like two more bits of uranium. I wonder if I can get them. Since I've already been down there, I feel like I can't, right? It can't have been respawned. It is respawned. Violent Pacifist is on it though. I think with what he brings back, we should be good. Really out. Stand him up. Drop it in. Hurry. The decon tech has not long to live. Okay, we did it. We did it. Good. I was worried there for quite a while. We had one guy left alive. Oh my gosh. Oh, grenades. My grenades. Yeah, I'm carrying more ammos than I really need. We really should go do the queen fight, but I think now that we have 3 dudes on us, is the machine gun turret actually doing damage to us? Now that we have 3 dudes, we should probably go do the daily ops if we can. Let's see. Are they at the queen fight? Let's see. Lanthar is. We'll fast travel to him. I know there were a couple other legendaries in here, but I mean, I gotta get moving. I should have taken that acid. Too late. Too late now. Maybe we can get a few good hits in on the queen and then... Am I really out of water? Heck. I'll have to take a break then, after the daily ops, to get some water. see. We did it! Yay! And leveled up too. Bloody bone club. Okay. Did I miss out on hitting that thing because I was shooting the corpse? That's kind of annoying. Oh, I hit him from there. That's amazing. Okay. We got it. Who's in my shelter? What are we doing in there? Yeah. Let's pop back to camp. Actually, if we traveled to our other teammate, we might be able to find more goodies in there, but I don't need them. We're going to sell stuff after the daily ops, and I need to get water, so we need to get this done. I should have saved my lunchbox for the daily ops, but it'll be alright. Maybe I'll check the scoreboard right quick and see if I've saved up any. I also need to eat more cranberry relish, because I know that's run out by now. Okay. Scoreboard. No. Keycards. Mistress T51 paint. Very nice. And script. I think I'm maxed out on script. Oh, not quite. Okay. Because they've upped the max or whatever. Is that locked? It's not. So yeah, I think somebody's picked my locks. This looks like it's been open. Cola. Do cranberries. Oranges. Wilds. Sure. Cherry. Sure. Yeah, because there were no... Well, I took some bottles out one time. Oh yeah, he's found the... He's found the guy. Do I have liquid courage on me? No. Yes. Alright. I got cranberry relish. Nuka... Do I have a grape on me? I have one grape on me. I think we'll pass on that for now. Okay. That healed me up all the way. I could do with some more water, though. He thumbs up. There he is. They couldn't have killed him already. He thumbs up him, but I don't know. I haven't seen him even get the scare react thing going. There's no way they've killed it already. If that's what he was even waving us over for. Which I assume it is, because this is where the guy spawns. You guys kill it already? Oh. Maybe he's looking for it still. Gulper. Get off the rocks. Just step over them. Game. Let us step over rocks. Yeah, it can't be here, right? Because it's usually inside this forest, and it's not this time. Searched the whole thing already. I'd kind of like to just do the daily op instead. Okay. Daily ops. Let's go. Let's join up and see if they'll join us. Should be fun. Should be a good time, right? Should be good. Yeah, not right now. Yeah, we'll share that for now. Okay. Yeah, power user, because I've been running low on cores. Alright. We'll see. We'll see if they join up or not. Because I'm ready. I need some water though. Would be nice. Yeah. Perfect. Now I'm ready. Ready to go. Ready to roll. Look at all these bonuses. Just full of thick, juicy bonuses. Mmm. XP plus 75%. XP plus 20%. I'm getting 200% XP almost. Total. Strength plus 1. Max HP increased by 25. Oh, we're so strong. We're so strong right now. Everybody please come in. See where they at. Yuzu Yamai is probably scrapping stuff. He left the team. Where's the other guy? Lanthar is at Firebase Major. What are you doing, Lanthar? Come on. I'm here to do daily ops. He and I could do this alone, together. Surely. I need to do 3 more Nuka-Colas and a daily op. That's all. That's all. Then we can go look for treasure. Harvest plants. We've killed 3 legendaries so far. Good. 3 events. That's 1 legendary per event if you're not keeping track. Build a floor or wall decoration 15 times in a workshop or camp. We can do that easy. We can do it real easy. Let's take another look at the scoreboard here. So we've got the gas pump workbench. I have to get to this at least. What rank is this? I can't tell. I'm at 29. So this will be 30. 40. Oh, yeah, 30 to 40, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 36 will be that. 7, 8. Oh yeah, the excavator paint too. 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why would it be at 46? Is it not 45? Maybe it is. Mole as well. I've seen Vladministrator Gaming give an example of this character and the other ally as well, Daphne. He did a video on his YouTube channel of both of those allies. Lanthar, are you coming or not? Come on, buddy. I'll start without you. I don't care. I just want to get it over with. Do you understand? Okay. We'll just do it without him. If he shows up, he shows up.
Come in. Restoring connection to the
I'm tired of
uplinks
waiting.
in this area is mission critical to the Brotherhood's efforts.
That's fine.
Listen, get the busted signal repeater working before proceeding.
Dead.
Get there first.
Oh no. I see you in there. Got it. Okay. I headed towards one and now I'm headed towards another one. I can't make up my mind. I'm doomed. Doomed to fail.
The uplink signal's starting to come through now.
There's chickens in
Watch
here?
for hostiles.
Isn't it caged or something? Pretty sure. Oh, that's right. We have to kill these guys here. I wonder if I had any grenades. Okay, come on! I hit you. Quit acting like I didn't. Oh, I do. Freezing? Freezing grenade? I hit one guy. Got it. Yeah, drop 5 mil for me. Okay, we're gonna try and lure them back here. Come on. Come on back if you want to hit me. You don't have much time. Oh, you brought friends that I hadn't weakened yet, huh? Not fair. Come on, game. Not now. Is that really necessary? Come on. Do I really not have it yet? 6. I want to get out of range, though. I had so much radiation already. Item. Aid. Right away.
One down, but we're not done yet.
Okay,
Get on
thanks.
that other uplink, team.
Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know I have more work to do. Thanks. It's always very refreshing. Definitely not a weight on my shoulders or anything. Three minutes? I'll get initiate at best. Initiate at best. Because that last boss is always really tough to kill.
Signal calibration started on uplink 2. Give them hell in the meantime.
It's not a good place to draw them in at. And they can attack from anywhere. Nice. Okay. Got him. Yep, getting attacked by 3 sides now. Take that pounding. Take that pounding, big boy. Got him. Die. Got him. 5mm. Give it to me. Impact super. Give that to me too. Man, really getting plugged here. Level 100 guys really don't mess around, do they? It's a good thing there's no interrupt mechanics, like these guys aren't interrupting the progress by being in the zone or whatever, like that. That would be a huge pain. Move so I can shoot your friend. He knew he was invincible, so he was just protecting his buddy. Okay, we don't kill anymore until the next phase. He's ready.
Back. Excellent work. Job isn't done yet. I got a pocket of activity that needs to be looked into.
Okay, follow me.
Proceed with caution. Eliminate all hostiles, team.
I will.
We'll see if we can draw out their leader.
Okay. There should be a whole load of hostiles right over here. Oh yeah, Lanthar is joined finally? So of course where they spawn are going to be enemies that weren't there when I was there.
Yeah, had a feeling there'd be a big and nasty one in the area. It's
Okay,
now
where
your
is he?
primary target, team.
That
At
way.
Victoria.
We got 12 seconds. You guys think we could do it? I don't. Jump. Jump. Yeah, we're already past. Thanks a lot, Lanthar. You could have helped me do this whole time, and we would have been fine.
Eliminated in fine fashion. Get over the rest, team. I'll take over from here. Dodge out.
Freaking lazy teammates. Thumbs up, he says. Get out of here, Lanthar. I never want to see your filthy face again. I did this whole thing myself. That's right. I'm gonna collect up corpses. Maybe I can get a little bit of ammo back from this. I could be collecting all of this actually and trade it for better ammo. It's just so dang time consuming, you know? Sit there at the machine and Go back page, forward page. I just want to sell it all at once and get all my points. Oh, I didn't need that frag grenade. Did I collect these guys already? I didn't. Actually, I might need frag grenades now since I bought those Nuka-Colas, right? Yeah, definitely with the Molotovs, though. Diluted, no. I almost picked it up. Because I thought it said super. I just saw that it was 2 words. Where is this place? Take that. We're just gonna sell it. Oh. But this would help. Cryo cells? Good. Yeah. I'm just gonna join like a... Oh, wow. It's gonna just kick me out? Okay. I didn't think it would do that. I better get the rewards for it, though, because that would be annoying. Since I did all the work for it, I thought switching a team, like leaving a team, I would just be still there, you know? And I could just join a different team and then exit out of the instance? No. Apparently not. Apparently the game doesn't like that. I wonder if I got anything for that. It gives me all of the rewards, like, once it ends, right? Farmable dirt tiles? No, I remember getting that last time or something. I don't know. I'm never going to be able to tell what weapons it gave me. Maybe these. I don't remember having an anti-armor Deathclaw gauntlet. That sounds pretty awesome. More attack damage. Vet's crit meter fills faster. Somebody's going to love that, actually. I could probably throw that into my vending machine right now and it would become sold. Cranberry. Yeah, so let's drink some cranberry, because I have 1,000 of them. Bonus XP it gives us, 2. So now what are we up to? We got very well rested for 20 minutes, plus 50. Kindred Spirit, plus 5. Nuka-Cola Cranberry, plus 2. Where's my cranberry relish? Does it not count anymore because I did the other one? Why? Because it's food and drink? Yeah, it replaced it. So the cranberry relish is way better. Hi. Hello, Joe. Since we only got 20 more minutes, let's go ahead and rest. Except I don't think... I'm pretty sure I can't look at my Pip-Boy while I'm here. Or else we'd look at treasure maps. We'll do a few of those. I need to bring in the other allies, too. I don't think I can open build mode like this, either. Because we've got the cook, we've got the medic, we've got the raider punk, and we've got the settler, all to check out, that I've never seen before. And I know that the raider punk gives you quests for crypto creatures. Cryptids. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a break right quick and get some water, because I'm dying of thirst. So I will be right back.
Inspector tried to cast a spell once to make my imaginary friend real. But I guess there's some things that even superheroes can't do. I really like to read books. They're a magic spell that takes you to another place.
Okay, we are right back
Whenever
then.
I see a word I don't know, I write down what I think it means. It's like an investigation.
Good job, kid. So I think what we'll do, we'll wait until we see her change into the inspector, right? We have to see it at nighttime. And then after that, we'll end up changing who's there. So yeah, anti-armor Deathclaw, that's actually going to go in the vending machine right now. Because I'm sure somebody will buy that. 2020. Come on. Be gentle with me. Fine. Go up manually from here. It's close enough. Yeah, because that's a masterpiece. I like that one. Aristocrat. Limb damage and strength. That's not bad, actually. Yeah. Increases caps increase. Somebody's going to enjoy this, right? We could drop this in for, like, a... Let's do, yeah. 1984. Wasn't sure that it was worth that, and it may not be, but maybe it's alright. Hey, Chance, have a... Oh, chance to generate a stealth field. That's kind of cool, too. I might want to keep that one for myself. That's cool. 40% less damage while power attacking. Reflects 50% of melee damage while blocking. Damage increased by 5% for each mutation. Somebody's going to want that too, I'm sure. Let's see. Maybe 2020 for this one. It's pretty good. Medium attack speed, 90 damage. Somebody's going to want it. This is only a 2-star. Yeah, damage to super mutants as well. Forget about that. Forget that one. The VAT's unknown. I'm keeping this, for sure. Okay. I don't think I have any armor that anybody would want. Reduce damage while standing still. Fire resistance. Bane of Arthropods. Chance to revive. Ammo weight reduced. I don't know. I like weight reduction legendaries personally. Break slower. Reduce damage from robots. Yeah, I think we'll sell all those to a merchant. Okay, and then in the actual stash bosh, I do want to put in the oh. Yeah, so I can't sell this to anybody, I guess. Not even merchants. Damage increased by 5% for each mutation. This is a Gauss, so it's 2mm. Bash damage. I just don't know about that. I don't have any mods for it either. Gauss minigun. I can buy those from the Raiders, I think. So we'll go up there and check out what they've got. That's unknown is going in, though. Trail fireworks I really should use a lot more. Just to get rid of them. Okay, let's throw those on right now. Oh. Would help if I was in the right tab. There we go. Trail fireworks. Okay. I just need to remember that I don't have... Perfect. Did it blow up inside my house? There it goes. So good. So beautiful. What else was I gonna do? Oh, let's see if she'll buy things for me. I think I have... Yeah, hard bargain on home mode. So we'll do that. And then we'll do the decorations for the weekly, right? Where's your... Child, pay no mind to this, but I'm gonna do some drugs before I talk to you.
I heard you should
I-
talk to the inspector sometime.
I want
She's
to.
way more interesting than I am.
Well, I don't know about that, but...
Okay. What?
Got anything for
I
sale?
got a lot of neat stuff.
Okay. Will you buy things for me? No, she has no money.
I hear. It's
What did
never
you
too
do with the
late to start
44
saving.
caps that
Like
I
with
just
me,
gave you for Nuka-Cola?
I've got a few loose teeth.
You lose teeth. What are you buying with all this money, child? Because I know I gave you some. Kids these days. So irresponsible. Okay. We'll travel over here. We might even get our caps for the weekly. That would be pretty cool. The more weeklies I clean up in one day, the better I feel. It's true. Oh. And I've gotten into too many games with seasons, right? I was in Red Dead, but I just got totally burnt out on that one. I might have to play it again one day if I can find a different, like a posse to play with instead of just solo. That might be more fun. But yeah, it's been a while since I've really thought about it. I watched a couple of other streamers. Art by Baja and I think it's XOX Goddess. Probably still have the drug effect, don't I? Right. Do I still have great min tats for a time? No? Oh yeah, 18 minutes. That's plenty of time. Just swap over inspirational. I'm terrible at remembering to put these back where they came from, or so help me, once I'm through
Reminder.
trading.
Any attempted 5-finger discounts will be reclaimed
I know.
and paid for with said fingers.
I've been here before. Well, hang on to that for a little while. I only have 3 Molotovs? Really? How much does this weigh? 3? It's not that bad. While I decide if I want to sell it or not.
It's
that?
dangerous to go alone. It's dangerous to go in groups.
Light
It's
armor, right
just
leg.
dangerous out there. So stock up here.
Okay, not bad. We'll see if we have anything in here, but it would surprise me. If I play regularly,
Need some
then I'll be,
ammo,
by the end of
gems,
this week,
or
having to make some
spiky
more
bits to stab people with.
cranberry
You
relish.
may find some
So we'll be
here.
picking plants then. We are picking up like this day tripper. I haven't actually sold that in my stash that I know of. I need to probably check next time I'm looking around.
Had a hard day of killing and
Yeah, like
looting.
Psycho, I think we could.
Don't want to haul it back yourself? Sell it here.
I keep 10 of these on me just in case, but I haven't been over encumbered in a while. The Psycho... Damage and damage resist. I think more people will go for Psycho buff.
Stick
I probably should have
'em
sold that in my
up.
vending machine.
Just kidding. Want to buy
Strength,
or
endurance,
sell?
and max health. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to take Psycho if you're taking that, so let's do like 9 of these. I might even have to use my brain and combine Psycho with buff out and
Now
make my own
in
Psycho buff.
stock.
I may not have the
Goods
recipe for it yet,
acquired
though.
through questionable
Red X all goes.
means.
Radaway I can get rid of. Like 24. We just did the uranium or radiation rumble. Yeah, there we go. We got the weekly for caps. Nice. Oh wow. We've got way too many
Vendor
stim packs
not
also.
responsible for your safety
13 of these.
or the safety of goods purchased.
Yeah. Sell. He's got the money. I took almost all of his money. We won't be able to sell anything else today. Oh, wow. Just short, huh? Okay. We need to drink 2 more colas. Oh, and I meant to get the other treasure maps out of my camp first. Let's go there. We need to go talk to the raiders about Gauss minigun modification plans. There we go. I get the words out there eventually. Oh, I need to fill up my actual cup with water since I filled up my water bottle. Stay hydrated. It's good for you. There we go. I'll take a drink in a minute. Alright. We're here. Good. We're collecting a good amount of steel again. Yeah. I think maybe it is working, this guy. Not sure, though. Can't be sure. I think I picked up some Hellcat power armor. In fact, I know I did. That I need to get rid of. Let's see. Oh, wait. Yeah, before we do that, let me change back. Because I even said that I was bad about it. We'll open this perk card pack, sure. It keeps telling me about it, so let's get it over with. I need to go through these and scrap them down. If photons aren't religious, then why do they have mass? Listen. I don't even... 'Cause, yeah, I've got 304 perk points, right, from Nuclear Winter going away. We're almost to having this unlocked. I could go up on luck some more. Charisma and endurance we could max out. We could do the ammunition one since...
Even when you aren't feeling super.
Can we do the ammunition one? Okay, we'll do that one. Now I've got 150, so I could either max out one of these, or I could do, like, luck. Maybe I could do luck and infiltrator. Is it 100 for this? Okay. Not quite. I wouldn't mind maxing out endurance. I don't know what I would put in there, though. And sadly, the legendary charisma doesn't allow me to share more cards, right? I can still only share one card because my natural charisma is only 3. Wow. Wow. Alright, so since we have Inspirational on, let's see if there's a casual team going, which is this menu. 2, 2. Yeah, we'll join them up. What's going on? Okay. I pressed tab and it didn't do anything, so I wasn't sure what was broken. Okay, now, treasure. Let me get the treasure maps. Notes. No, of course. Alright, so we have Ash Heap Treasure Map 1. We've got 5 Cranberry Bog Treasure Map 1s. Yeah. Alright, so do we have any Ash Heap or Cranberry Bog treasure maps in here then? God, I've got so many plants. I should throw out most of these probably because a lot of them are really simple. No, we don't have any Ash Heap treasure maps. Okay. We have Cranberry Bogs 1 and 4, which we already have. Then we have... well, that one's going to start over when I come back to it, so... Let's go see what we're doing on this. Okay, we've got a bunch of these. We've probably got all of the forest ones by now. We've got 10 forest treasure maps. That's got to be all of them. Let's do those first. It makes sense, right? Because we live in the forest. Is it nighttime yet? What time is it? Is she gonna change to different people? The verdant season just ended. Man, I was gonna have cranberry relish made one day. Okay. Let's go to the items, notes, forest. Treasure map 1. Where is this? Where is this? It's underneath the bridge. I don't remember bridges like this, though. It looks kind of like there's a city in the middle there. One of the bridges is collapsed. I don't remember this being near Flatwoods. It's not a city, it's at least a few buildings. Is this near, Summersville? Is it near here? Right around here? I'm trying to think other places that have a bridge like that. I don't remember this bridge being like that. The Wayward? Have 2 bridges? No, that's the covered bridge. It's got to be the forest. I guess it could be down in this area, but I don't think it was the gorge. It wasn't big enough.
She fights crime with her brain, not her biceps.
What's that? Pre-range? Oh yeah. Point Pleasant? Are there 2 bridges over there? I think there might be, you know? I think there might be. Let's go look at least. Oh boy. Okay. I think there's Mothmans over here. Cultists. In fact, I know there are. Judging by the look of the place. Yeah. Yes. Oh, this is even the bridge that we're supposed to be at. It's right over there. Well. Okay. It's right here. Ta-da! Dig. Single action revolver ivory grip and leather chest piece added purified water ×2. Oh. Okay. What did I expect from the forest, right? That's about what I expected. Let's see. Where's this at? Is this a place with campfire tales? Let's see. What's that landmark there? Towards the south. Camps and a campfire. You can see some kind of... Is that the lighthouse that you could see from this campground? I think so. I don't know. So this campground would be north of the lighthouse then. Okay, that worked. If this was the lighthouse, maybe North Kanawha? Or maybe in these hills, you can see it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I know of that has that shape. It really isn't. Unless it is one of the lookouts. The lookout towers, you know. It could be. Just a random camp out there. Facing south. Okay. I think we may have to try that. We'll head up to the lookout above the lighthouse. Hello? I can't move my mouse right now? Okay. I had to close the treasure map because it was still open in the background. That was weird. I looked at the bottom and it said space or... yeah, space to take or tap to exit, and I exited. Alright, so there it is. Here's north, here's south. If we're looking south, can we see the lighthouse from up here? Hey, you listen here.
Let's play,
game.
little human.
That was really wrong. That was a really cruel game. Die. Oh. These guys died as very close friends. Sorry. Oh, Toxic Valley Treasure Map 4. Finally! I'm just kidding. I'm sure we had that one already. You know what? I will take that frag grenade. I will. Okay, south. We cannot see the lighthouse from here. You would think it would be built on as high a hill as this. those stupid logs. There does seem to be... I mean, there's obviously stuff to explore. But... Some wine? There we go.
I just love that someone, somewhere, decided the phrase bingle, bangle, bungle was worth using as a lyric. I hope it makes you smile, too. Hey, friend. Julie here. I wanted to
Yeah, is there any camping stuff around here?
something important to me. This radio
I mean, it's,
station.
you know, not exactly.
I try not to talk about myself too much, but maybe you've heard me mention it before.
Let's see. Let's see it again. Yeah, I feel like it would be down below. Like lower down than this, if that's what it was. Oops. Let's see. There we go. Looking for a blue tent. What's down there? Wait. Ah. Where'd it go? That's right. You're next. Oh. Got him. No. Okay. Is this it right here? Not quite. I've got the tent and the chair, but no guitar. I already scrapped all my stuff, didn't I? No, I didn't. Fine. Did they just kill her? I think they did. That's who they were shooting at that whole time. But if there's a tent here, where the heck is the lighthouse at? There might be a tent somewhere else nearby, right? Oh, there it is. It's actually a lot closer than I thought it was. Yeah. Tent there. Maybe it's on around over here. And it may not even be the lighthouse. You can't quite see it clearly from over here. Maybe on top of these rocks. Maybe I went down too far. Oh no, I couldn't jump that whole time. Oh. Yeah, we're not even looking south anymore either, though, is the other problem. Oh, come on. Those dang rocks. Uh-huh. Here we go. And we're looking south. Let's see. It's pretty pretty clear now. I would expect it to be like right around here. Maybe it's further away. I don't see the view getting clearer like further back there. Rough times. Man. Forest map 2. Let's see again. Yeah, it is kind of looking up at whatever this is. And this could be the watchtower too. I don't know. I don't think it's a... It's not the observatory, is it? Jeez. Okay. Yeah, there's no place in the forest for looking south at the observatory. So I don't think that it could be that. So if it's this lookout, we would have to come up here, north of it, and look down. It could be this lookout as well. There's a lookout over here too. It's just tough to tell. When I first looked at it, the first thing that came to mind was the lighthouse, right? I don't know, maybe that's a smudge over there by the S and not like a beam of light coming out or something. But it doesn't really look like a lookout tower either. It's kind of rounded on top, right? This is a tough one. I think we may look at the others then as well. Try to find one that I can definitely find, and we'll go do that instead. Okay, looking west towards a power plant. There's a playground. A swing. A tire swing on a tree. I think this is over by Poseidon. And I think that there are super mutants that show up there sometimes. While I'm doing the T one. Yeah. Camp Adams, maybe? Camp Adams could be the one. But let's find out. Okay, yeah. Wait, did it say west towards a power plant? Did I immediately forget that? Yeah, it does. To the west, there's a power plant, not the east. Yeah, so I went to the wrong side. Amazing.
Well, would you look at that? The
Yep.
view here never ceases to amaze. Admire it while you're young, kiddos.
Dead. Yeah, there is no thing here that we need. There, take those. Let's see. Looking west. So it would have to kind of be over in that direction. Oh, maybe up there even? Maybe up there even. What is up there? Yeah, creamery. I don't know, it could be the rail yard. Because the creamery is more north than east. I don't remember there being a playground at the creamery either, though. West, yeah. Can we see to the west? Where are you? Yeah, it's more south. I don't think this is it. Where are
Make
you?
room for
Oh,
the
right.
badass. Wouldn't want to get in your way.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Okay. Does it have the pipes in there and everything? It does. Okay. I think that bottom middle is the third tower. So it's over on that side for sure. We gotta look. What could be over there? Charleston Station, maybe? We can start there and see if we need to go backwards or forwards. I don't think it's across the river, probably, but I guess it could be. Or maybe it's at the station. I don't know how long it's been since I've been to this station. Yeah, this seems like it's too close. Is that even west? It doesn't feel quite like it. And across here. Yeah, now it's west. But that doesn't look like the picture at all. Like, not even close.
Get back here! You're my dinner!
Two.
Ooh, you're gonna taste so good!
Is he chasing that Scorch Beast saying that? Because that's kind of hilarious. Is that a Grafton monster? It is. Diseased one as well. I don't care about you, monster. Yeah, because to be looking west, you can't see what's on the drawing, though. Those. I mean, maybe that's right. That's not west anymore. That's almost north now. Yeah. Where? Okay. Alright then. Well, if it's not Poseidon, it could definitely be... No, it could not be Monongah. Because Monongah, if we're looking west at Monongah, it's in the completely wrong spot. Where the heck is it? Oh, right here. Yeah, we can't be looking west at Monongah. So it has to be Poseidon. But everywhere I look at it feels wrong. Maybe I need to be up higher. Maybe it is across the river. But it doesn't even look like that from this angle. Oh, I guess so. Two, the pipes, and then the third one over there. Okay, we'll go higher. Can I make this? Not quite. I think even if I hadn't hit my head, I would still have gone. I think I fell through the world here once. Pretty sure. Or maybe it was in the ditch just down there. Surely this place doesn't have a park like that. I think it's even higher probably. We're getting close to the ash heap though. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the dead tree. It's got to be up here somewhere. I thought this was the ash heap, though. Is it not? Or did I pass it on the way up? Because, let's see. Now it's looking north now, so maybe it's further this direction. Because you can't really see any other buildings in the picture. And now that whole building is in the way. We are moving it more towards the west, though, now, which is good. Brute. What is this? Fire department? Pretty sure. Oh, thank you. I don't know what I got that for. You can see the two pipes and the other pipes pretty well. Just don't know if it's closer though. So we've kind of got it towards the west again, but not really either. I thought further up here would be... Yeah, this is ash heap territory up here. Oh, and now it's moving more towards the north again. Alright, maybe it is this way. Keep going around, I guess. It's not gonna be where Charleston was flooded. Where are we on the map? Okay, yeah. So if I head more this way, eventually that'll be more towards the west. Right. Oh, nice. Sold some 45s, good. Oh, see, I see that. Maybe it's that billboard. So shouldn't it be like right behind us, right here? So it's kind of west. So I don't see any trees that are tire worthy around here though. Back here it's all flooded, so it can't be back here. Oh, dang it. Another one I couldn't find. Okay, we'll look for this one another time, because I'm not seeing it, I guess. It's got to be Poseidon, because there's no other place in here. Oh, come on. Leave me alone. I'm busy. Who are you even? Who would dare? Oh, I think they shot past each other. Ugh. So where else would it be but right back here? You know? There's not the right kinds of trees around here. We're inside the picture. We went up on that hill, and it wasn't up there either. I haven't seen it on any roofs. See, it's gotta be that direction, right? Looking that direction. It couldn't be that far away though, right? So that's implying like in the hills behind these houses. And then you don't even see them in the drawing? That's too far away. Yeah. I don't see any of these buildings in the drawings, but they're all between us and the place. I don't remember the fire station having a playground, like, on the roof or something. And it wouldn't matter, because you can't see the plant from here. I don't even know where it is now. It's supposed to be to the west. Jeez. I'm annoyed by this, because that first one was so easy, it spoiled me. I don't see... I can't see the towers. There they are. But I just don't think that this is the answer. I really don't. I don't see any tires anywhere. I'm annoyed. Let's see what 4 is then. This plane. Oh man, I've definitely seen this plane before. I should know where this is, but I have no clue. There's not very many... Not very many other clues in this one either. A plane in front of a house. Okay. I'll just have to try to remember it. I was thinking it was at the edge of a city, but I don't know. This looks like it's probably in a rail yard. East. If on the left side peeking over the car is a building, it kind of looks like that blue building that we were just near. This might be the airport, actually. West of the airport, because it's got that, Yeah, I kind of want to investigate that one. West of the airport. Yeah. Let's see. But west of it would not be near the trains. Because it said looking east. You saw those buildings and stuff. So that wouldn't work. So where else does the train yards? Yeah, it's near Charleston also. Right here, next to where I was at a second ago. So if we come in west of that and look east, we'll see what we can see from there. Because it does kind of look like these buildings too. I was thinking of where I saw a monorail boarding station, but it doesn't seem like that was the right thing to be looking for. Okay. 27 grenades. Where is it? Boom. It's beautiful. Okay. Rail yard. Are there any wrecked cars down here? I thought these were all pretty intact. But see, yeah, that building looks about right. So is it looking east? Yeah, I thought all these, well, there's one that's kind of smashed up. Oh, I'm not wearing power armor. I lived. Yeah, here it is. Oh.
This is a
Not gonna tell me if I'm
level
hidden or
2
not.
nuclear alert. Repeat. This is a level 2 nuclear alert. Poseidon Energy Plant WV-06 has suffered a critical failure. Hazmat teams are en route. Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
Coward. Okay. Well, if he's gonna be a scaredy cat and run away, let's dig in this mound here. Barbed walking cane mod. Cryocells 3, Cryolator, which I know all the mods for. So besides a little scrap, that's useless. Leather left leg, useless. Purified water, 2. Good. 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 That kind of makes me want to not look up the rest of them. But that's okay. We'll keep looking. We'll keep digging. Trying to find them. Where'd you go, you big coward? Just die. Trying to run from me. How dare you? We'll take your sticky tar. Sure. I don't think I know all of the flamer mods, so we'll take that too. I'm getting kind of hungry. Let's see. We have cranberry relish for 8 minutes only. Let's just fill up on that then. Done. We could do with a... Sure. Cranberry. We only need one more, I think. Then yeah, we're getting purified water from hunting these things. Okay. So that was 5. So what's 6 looking like? That airplane one, I really need to think hard about that one. Okay, this is definitely the bridge across from the Wayward, right? That part. Yeah. So we need to head over there. I think it's the opposite side of the river from the Wayward. Yeah, because there's a van over there, a bus or something, right there. So it's going to be over here. Is it on the beach or is it in the bush? I don't mind digging around the bush every now and then, if you know what I mean. Is this it? No. Where are you, dirt mound? Is it right here? It's not. Okay. We're looking at it. Was right. Around this area. I think that's too far back. Do I have to look at it again? It's in the water? It's in the water. It's like over here in the water. Think that was funny? Bethesda, did you think it was funny? It in the water? Think I can see where it is? I'm sure it says it's in the water. I'm not just taking all of this radiation for no reason. I'm sure that's what it says, right? There's a big tree in front of me. Oh, top of the world? You can see top of the world there? Okay. Where's top of the world? Above the big tree. The big pointy tree. I don't see top of the world anywhere. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. But if top of the world is above the pointy tree, is it really... It can't be that tree. So it's got to be like right over here, right? In the water somehow? Half-Toon Enlightenment is up. I know I'm so close. I know the Wayward wasn't here when I got this map, so maybe it's been erased or something. Does this help or hurt in the water? It helps a little. But I must not be looking in the right spot. Oh man. This is so annoying. I see top of the world up there. It doesn't line up with the tree though. Unless I'm standing like way over here. And the tree wasn't hidden by the thing. In fact, you could see the other tree clearly. Let's see, it was Forest 6. No. Yes. Forest 6. Yeah. Yeah, we see the dead tree, we see the pointy tree. And it's under the pointy tree. Maybe it means it's all the way across on the other bank. But I don't... If that's the case, then it's definitely been erased, right? Because it should be like this, and then it should be at the bottom of the pointy tree. Look, right here it is. Right here it is. Wooden crate added, 40mm grenade, and an auto grenade launcher. Perfect. What I always wanted. Marine armor, left arm. Where is it? Get out of my life. Canned dog food. Oh my gosh. This just keeps getting better. Treasure. Treasure, folks. According to Bethesda. What's this now? Looking north. Looks like there's a huge gorge. Eh, this one's not very clear. Let's see. Over to the right-hand side, there's something up on top of the hill. I can't tell what that is. Looking north. That's got to be down in Toxic Valley, right? I would say that's definitely down in Toxic Valley. But from where? We'll think about it here in a second. I don't think I've ever really been in the forest south of that one town in the middle south of the Toxic Valley. I don't think that's Grafton. Maybe it is, though. I haven't spent much time in that area at all.
Faithful followers of the most wise and beneficent Mothman.
Whoa, look at that frog.
Let us light his holy beacon with the radiance of the firefly.
All these dead fireflies, too.
Let our beacon pierce the darkness and summon forth his divine presence, that we may commune with him and partake of his wisdom.
None has been turned in yet. Come on, game. I'm lining up the perfect shot. How dare they do that to me? This game always loves to ruin my fun. Got it. This guy have any on him? No. Why am I the only one in my team? What the heck? Where? It's a good thing I got a hit off before Destroyo over there went crazy. Oh, thought I killed that one. He didn't even have anything to eat yet. Wow. Okay, game. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. I've collected at least 10 bioluminescent fluids. I think that may qualify me for a quick loot. Mentats. Game, if you don't quit stuttering like a fool. I'm not saying that all stutterers are fools. I'm just saying that this game is drinking this rum. You can't tell me that someone came up here and didn't unlock the cursed safe. Two petrified waters in here. Alright. Shot him down. Got him. Got him. Okay. There's enough people here. I think we've shared the load. Let's just come up here and deliver. $11. Nice. Not too shabby. Now let's just steal XP from everyone. Yep, see there's a turkey right there. Yep, I think we did damage to that frog already too. Oh, what? How did I not hit him from there? Ah, see? I'm getting the XP from those guys. See? Get. Oh, I think one of them snuck in on me. Okay. Hunting rifle 308, nuclear waste. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, did I not reload? I did reload. Okay. What? Oh, he's doing the America one? Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, he's getting in his Hellcat armor now? That is pretty good. That's right. Every day. Okay. Let's see if it's still nighttime. We'll head to our camp right quick and see... Nope, it's turning daytime. I think I spent all night hunting treasures, and lo and behold, Daphne is probably not the inspector anymore. Because I'm pretty sure it's morning. I don't know when she changes, but I'm pretty sure she's changed by now. So we'll go look for another treasure instead. This number 7, though, it does look like it's looking into the Toxic Valley. I feel like we should be able to find that one, no problem. I think she just changed back. I think that's what that explosion sound was. Where's she? Where's she? Yep.
I heard the inspector was here. I wonder if I'll meet her someday. How's it going?
I know what you're doing.
Sure.
Okay. All my buffs should still be up. Casual team bonus, good. Yeah. Listen with the Mothman 2 now. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I need to remember that that cancels out my cranberry. Dang it. So annoying. Here. We're gonna drink another one. There. We're drinking all of them. Cranberry relish. There. So now we've got the good XP bonuses. Okay. We got to rank 30 finally. Good. So I was right when I was investigating it before. Okay, we did all of our quests today. What else was I gonna do? I think that was it. I was gonna see if she had turned into Daphne. And she did, but then she changed back. There weren't any really interesting features at that place, were there? 7. Oh, yeah. Whatever this thing is on the left. It's some kind of metal thing, but who knows what that means, you know? Some kind of a metal frame. Maybe it could be the side of a billboard or something that's fallen over. Like a billboard walkway or something. Some kind of catwalk in front of a frame. That's a really deep gorge, though, looking down into it. And it's looking towards the north, it says. Yeah, I don't know anywhere that would look like that up here. Like maybe looking up into this area? But it doesn't show a town or anything. It showed something on the right-hand side. Like up on the hill. I don't know if it was top of the world. Like, could have been... I don't think it looking north anywhere along here would look like that. Yeah, even this... There's too many buildings around for it to be here. Ah. This one actually has me stumped as well. Because it kind of looks like buildings down there at the bottom, right? And yeah, I can't tell what that is on the right-hand side. It kind of looks like Top of the World, but only because it's a little circular. Thinking maybe could it be across from the dam, like over in this area, looking up into that spot. Let's try it out. Let's travel to the dam. And we'll see what we can see. If I don't try it at least, then I feel terrible. Because it could be Palace of the Winding Path that we're looking at on the far right there. It's really crudely drawn, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, of course they put me on this side. Trying to see, like there's those. And there's kind of a circle thing over there. Looks kind of like it. But I don't see over on that side where there would be like a radio tower or something. One of these things. I think that's already Toxic Valley up over there. Right, because that's up behind the Pioneer Scout place up there. So I think if I need this to be correct, we would have to be on that side. And there would have to be like a fallen down thing that I can't think of the name of right now. Billboard. Don't do that. Don't throw grenades at me. Oh, he threw a little grenade. Oh no, diluted Stimpaks. No. No. Damn it. Oh no. Got him. Oh wow. Med-X. Oh, I had to kill him right then. May have wasted a couple of bullets, but he's dead. Take that shirt. Okay. That explosion threw a corpse, didn't it? Somewhere. Oh yeah. Nice.
Face me, you coward!
Nope. Never. Scared. Okay.
Slippery humans.
Yeah, I don't think this is it either. If we come up here, does it look anything like what we were looking at? See, there's a building right there. But I don't see any of that metal framing. See, looking north. There's nothing on the mountains on the right. Yeah, this can't be it. We could try looking along the edge of the Toxic Valley, though, and see if we can find a place where looking north looks like that. See, I think this is the, what's it called? Transition. I think this is Toxic Valley right now, and then this is forest right here. Let's check this road, I guess. Or this. Yeah, this is kind of a crevice. Oh, never mind. It just ends right there. Yeah, we've come up to the jail. And I don't think it could be the jail. Is the jail in the forest still, technically? I was wondering if those power lines come over here too, because if they did, that would be pretty ideal. Like looking through this way. Yeah, but you would think that they would put those into their drawing if it was here. So it must not be. Dang it. Okay. Treasure map 7. You stumped me. Maybe north is what has me confused, and I'm thinking too far north. But I can't think of a gorge area like that down in the forest. Okay, so looking east is top of the world. That'd be around here. The train track. Let me think about this. The train track way up here has a little bit like that. Maybe it's even here. That's almost south, looking at the thing. With the river coming down next to Gully Mine. I was thinking that might be. But Sutton seems... Well, no. Sutton really isn't a much better position for it. Let's see. It's definitely a railroad track, though, and a bridge over like a small creek. It looks like there's a road in the distance, also crossing the same bridge. I guess that does put... I guess that is kind of southeast, though, if it's to the right. So let's try Gully Mine. Let's try up in this area. Between Slocum's Joe and Gully Mine. See if there's a little creek down there. And a long time ago I needed fire cap for something, and now I can't think what it was. Maybe it was like fire cap souffle or something. I was trying to cook up different kinds of foods and try them out. I used to always travel up into this area to find fire caps. Oh, but the road's on the wrong side. I have to think about this. What's that? You shooting a possum? What are you thinking? You're cruel and unusual. What a fiend. I should never have helped any settler. Yeah, we can't see over the hill here. Yeah. So unless the hill ends up here somewhere, or we could come back towards Sutton and see. Does this mountain just continue forever? How's it going, Red Stag? Better not attack me. I'll kill you. Where'd it go? Okay. So we need to be able to see a road, though, that crosses the same stream. Oh, maybe maybe I went the wrong way. Maybe it was up here. Yeah, maybe that was it, that road up there. Because you can clearly see that. Yeah. We had... Oh, maybe that bridge is too pronounced, though. Oh, maybe not. This is it. Yeah, this is definitely it.
Finally, nice day. I'll take another. Maybe just one more whiskey.
Yeah, good idea, bud. I'm not saying I wouldn't get drunk now and then during the apocalypse, but not when there was Scorched, like, right next to me.
Area. They'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
I don't see the road bridge. But I'm tempted to look here anyway. Let's see. It was 7? Oh, oh, this is not it at all. It was 8, wasn't it?
It's just about time to eat.
There we go. Yeah, so to the right we should see top of the world. And then across this stream from the big tree will be the X. Oh man, come on. Not that one. Not that one. Okay.
If the Scorched or the Ferals don't get you,
So it's probably
the
that big
Rads
tree.
will.
There's top of the world right there. So it should be right over there. Should be right over here. Is this it? There it is. Found it. Fusion cells, Tesla, robot right leg. Oh, this is all useless junk. Purified water ×2. Good. I've heard that there's really good plans in some of them, and I assume that just because we're in the forest is why they're so trash right now. Like, this is all beginner stuff. If I had been finding this stuff when I was in the forest, like forest level, then yeah, that would have made my day. So this one, you know, completely marked up with all kinds of good landmarks. I know exactly where this one is. It's over here in Flatwoods. No, I'm just kidding. No. I would actually rather travel to... Alright, fine. This puts us on the wrong side of town from where we need to be, though. Like, complete opposite end of town. So we have to shoot our way through town to get to where we're going. It's terrible. It's the worst. That crash plane by the house is going to bug me. Because I really ought to know where that is. I've seen it several times. Not like hundreds of times, but I've seen it maybe a dozen times at least. We're gonna slide around the backside, so you guys know that's how I do. Hi, how's it going?
Can't hide forever.
I'm just looking for buried treasure. That's all.
Close.
Yep. Yeah. Nice try. They even threw a Molotov at me? And it's taken 9 years to hit the ground? Jeez. And then it never went off. Incredible. Their glass is too strong. Is this it right here? No. Fine. Fine, I'll look it up again. Where is it? Was that a black cat? Under the porch. Did you guys see that black cat? Yeah, there it's still going, too. What's it mean when a black cat crosses your path? It means you should pet it. Ah. We dug the mound. Elegant couches. Nice. Flare gun. I need to break down all of these useless weapons for real. Leather right leg and armors. That's right. A dictol added. Nice. Nice. It used to be good stuff to find. Okay. We did it. We got it. Alright, Tint. Where are you at? Okay. I wasn't sure about that one. So looking south, some ridges. I feel like this is around Helvetia. Because it's got those bridges in there. This is over by where you get the Radtoad eggs. Let's see. Helvetia. Where the heck is that at? Yeah. Maybe not. Where did it say it was facing? No, it's gotta be right. I'm pretty sure it is. I think the map just doesn't keep track of every single waterway in the whole game. We got some more steel. 10 more. A few more colas. Sherry. Yeah, cola and grape. Okay. I feel like it was bugged out for a while, but I feel like it's working now. Because for a while there, you weren't getting anything. You're going down, CommieBot. I hate filthy commies. Dead. Where are you? Can't trick me. I hone in on enemies. One left. I'll beat the heck out of you. I'm not scared. Need a little bit of freedom over here. I wanted his steel. There's a bunch of steel laying around here, though. Big blue fly. It doesn't do it for me anymore. I like veggies and fruits. IRL, I'm not a vegetarian or anything like that. I'm an omnivore for short. Yeah, see, I think it's right here. I think it's right here. Okay, now we get to see which direction. Facing south. Okay. That's like at the far end, then. But I'm pretty sure it is this place. Yeah, because we're headed north now. We just got to get on the other side of this bridge. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. Oh, never mind. Said it was like on a rock or something with a tree on it. Is that what it said? Oh, radiation rumble is up. I think I'm too low. I need to be higher up. Oh, there's a big tree on the right. And you can see the city. Okay. I think this is the right place, but I feel like it's like on there or something. Come on. Come on. Let me up. I know I'm climbing the wrong side, but it's for perspective, okay? Gotta see if this is too far back or not. Okay, yeah, because we can still see the village and stuff. There's like moss or something, or maybe it is that tree, and maybe it is right there. Oh, I didn't sprint in time. Ouch, that hurt a lot. There we go. My health regen is insane. Pocketed Raider armor chest added. I don't know if I knew that plan. Shotgun shells, double barrel, and trapper left leg. Some purified water. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for the rest of the the forest ones, but I couldn't figure it out. What was I gonna look at? Plans. I was already in the notes. I don't know what I'm looking for now. Where are you? Oh, I did already know that one. Dang it. I thought that was a new one. Okay, so let's look again. Yeah. And I can't decide what that landmark is. If I could figure that out, it would help. But I don't remember there being like another observatory anywhere. Was this one kind of like an observatory? Because I can't remember. That first one was so easy. I knew exactly where that was. Jeez. I knew exactly where a couple of the others were. Like Summersville. This one wasn't too hard. But besides the lighthouse, I just can't figure what it would be looking up towards. I don't think that this is shaped like that. I don't think it is. Oh, that's south too. Looking south. That's right. Is that the ash heap? And that's looking down at like the arm? This might be at the Tails, Campfire Tails place. Only further down the hill, right? This Campfire Tails comes up where? Over here at Camp Adams, okay. But further down the hill. Let's try it. Let's try it. Yeah, so from here going south. Oh no, I thought maybe it would be... Oh, I was already at the tins. Yeah. I was thinking about these tins. Looking south towards the ash heap, do I see that drill anywhere? Yeah, sure do. Like, it's not due south, but it's right there. So we're close. Look at that. Scavenger. Okay. So could it be around here? Oh, empty can. It's like, what the heck is that? Because it looks very clear on the map, right? There's a tree. Yeah. There's two trees to the left. There's one evergreen to the right of it. There's a whole cooking setup. Let's see. Two trees. Evergreen to the right. Could it be down there? I feel like we're too close, though. There's There's not a tent on this side of the campgrounds. Come on, game. Any day. It's really having a hard time. Is that still south? It is. This is still a campgrounds, but it doesn't have the camp that we're looking for. I don't see the tree combination anywhere. But again, I feel like we're too close, right? Because it looks like it's way further away than this. But this is as high up as we can really go in this direction. Unless we were over there. But yeah, I don't know about that. Because it looks about right. Like, it's pretty accurate from the drawing, right? I just don't know if we could go over there if it would be different. Because I didn't see the mansions in the treasure map, right? But that's definitely the right thing. A little bit south should be a little to the right. Should be south-southwest. Yeah, and that's where we're looking at right now. Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, we can't really go back any further and still see it because the lookout tower is up there. So we have to go forward, right? I just don't see any evergreens right now around here. I see a lot of these dead trees, and it kind of looked like there was a little dead tree next to it. There's an evergreen over there. There's a fox walking around. See, I feel like it's getting to be too prominent. It's too big now. Here's some, fire caps. I'll take them. Mostly for the weekly. I'll try to figure out what it was I was trying to make with them as well. Yeah, because how are we doing still? Not bad, not bad. It's pretty far out there too. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I saw that evergreen right there and I thought, this is it. Yeah. Yeah. How's it going? Did you know there was a treasure right here? It's mine now. Barbed walking cane mod. That's 2 of them. Assault rifle. Nice. Nice.
Take a seat.
Leather right arm.
Kick your feet up. Reminisce about all them good times.
Sorry, I just came to steal your stuff. Did you kill this firefly? He's eating noodles. I won't interrupt him. See, I knew all along that we would find this one eventually. It's a firefly. Calm down. This one I just don't know. I just don't have a clue on this one. Looking west. So we've got to be east of it. And it has to be Poseidon because there isn't any other... There's no other power plant that's west.
That's right.
You know, unless it's way up here.
Real good.
But that seems insane. You know? Was it up here at the... on top of here on the Wade Airport? I don't think so. It would have to be like out in the wilderness or something. We'll try one more time. Because this one worked when we approached it a second time. Oh, maybe he's not hunting fireflies. Let's see what this is though. Nothing in the cooler? No wonder you're hunting fireflies. You're hungry. It's about that time anyway, so if I don't find this one, I'll just have to leave it until another time. But I'll think on it. The airplane one, too. I'm sure I've seen it crash somewhere. It might even be along the road between my camp and Summersville. Or the Lakeside cabin. Lakeview cabins, whatever they're called. So yeah. I'll try to keep my eyes out for that. Okay. I wanted to head, yeah, kind of east and up the hill. Kind of northeast, I guess. Because there's a workshop. What workshop? Oh, yeah, the airport. I don't think we can even see the power plant from the airport, though. I really don't. And that was my thought, that maybe it's the airport. It'd have to be like down at this end though. Yeah. Can we even see? Sure, the power plant's down there somewhere. See that satellite dish? There's the thing. Are we even facing the right way? Not quite. It's more like over here. Oh, this weather is terrible visibility too, of course. When I'm trying to see something in the far distance. Oh, it's gotta be like this. I can't tell. I don't think that... No. I see the towers now. The tall ones. Not the big round ones. They're behind those buildings over there. So if we want the power plant to be west and visible, we have to come down like over here. We did this song and dance before, and it didn't work. So there they are. Can only see one on the right hand side though, so we're too far north for the correct lineup. Oh, here's another fire cap. When I'm not looking for them, they're everywhere. Yeah, see? I just don't get it. Because it doesn't line up any way that the picture looks. Like, for it to be dead west, we would have to be further north, but it doesn't line up like that. For it to line up like this, we have to go further south of it. So that's what I'm gonna do this time. Yeah. We want to see both of the things. I mean, I guess... No, I guess that is... No, because I did this already. We went past this place to look at it correctly. And it didn't line up either. I mean, don't tell me there's one at the junkyard that's like that, because I've been there a million times. Because see, now it's like north. But this is how it's lined up. So it should be... That playground should be somewhere around here for it to line up that way. But there's no tree in the way either, where it's lined up at, so let's head further up the hill. Maybe it's at the very top up here, and that's why it can see over everything. Yeah, because it's still kind of visible. It must be at the very top up here. And I never quite went far enough. Because I was pretty sure that this is the ash heap here. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, because this is looking like it. Oh. What am I missing? Yeah, see? Again, it looks like we should be right on the playground. But I'm pretty sure we're in the ash heap right now. Let's take another look. Right, there's one big dead tree to the left of it. One big dead tree. Like right there? What I feel like it is over kind of by the junkyard.
In a tricky position. Outnumbered in combat. Buff out.
Though
or
never
psycho?
officially condoned by the authority, Find Buff Out provides an effective physical boost without compromising mental stability.
So you found Buff Out useful then?
It's a means to an end, usually. Nothing better training couldn't have prepared you for.
Just a regular fireman helmet? I wonder how common those are. I haven't noticed anybody wearing them, but I haven't noticed anybody selling them either. Tell me it's right down there. Because that's the junkyard. We're looking north at it now, by the way. We're not even at the west, but this is what I keep seeing. It's gotta be the junkyard, right? Where's the big dead tree, though? Right here. Is it behind the junkyard, though? Oh, painful. What happened? Okay. Game? Come back. Died. Crashing? If we're crashing, I'm logging out. Because I'm done. Well, okay, it crashed. Yeah, straight to desktop. So that'll be it for this one then. If you want to catch another one, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel by becoming a member or through the Patreon link down in the video description. And feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. Thank you so much for all the time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.